Good morning, everyone. Good morning, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Pan-Atlantic University. Good morning to the Dean of Lagos Business School, ably represented, distinguished guests, the graduating class of 2026, and alumni of Young Talent Program. I welcome every one of us to this amazing event, this 11th anniversary celebration, as well as the Alumni Day. Before I welcome the host for today's event, I'll just run us through a brief quote that is very pertinent to why we are here today. There's a wise saying that every great journey begins with opportunity. Every lasting legacy is built through people. Today we reunite as one community, connected by purpose, inspired by excellence, and committed to shaping Africa's future. YTP has been an engagement that has given chances and voices to the deserving of this great country and the continent of Africa at large. And we are here to celebrate not just 11 years of its existence, but the vision behind it. So, to champion today's engagement, please let's make welcome the host for today, Tomilola Brian.
Good morning, YTP. Good morning, everybody. Distinguished guests, esteemed partners, alumni and faculty of Lagos Business School. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to YTP 2026. I thought we were going to put our hands together. They say the greatest investment you can really make is not in infrastructure or communities or buildings, projects, and bridges. The greatest investment you can make is in people. Because when you invest in people, they go ahead to become leaders who make a lasting difference in the world. And that is truly the vision that brings us here today. The vision that when we invest in people, we're able to create a lasting difference in the world. And that vision is what we built the Young Talent Program, founded over a decade ago, with a commitment to identifying, developing, and empowering young people with the potential to make a meaningful difference. Today, that vision has become a remarkable legacy. Over the past 10 years, more than 500 young individuals have passed through the program, and they have gone ahead to excel across industries, lead organizations, build industries and people, and create impact in ways that continue to inspire us all. Together, you all form the brightest minds that we have, the largest community of bright, purposeful individuals. And of course, legacy like this is not built alone. It is built through the contribution of partners and organizations who also believe in this mission. And that is why we have exciting sponsors who have invested consistently over the past 11 years in this program. And we are delighted for our sponsors as well today, Friesland Campina and Guinness. Let's put our hands together for our sponsors. So today we celebrate a decade of impact of the Young Talent Program. And I'm delighted and also honored to be your host for today. My name is Tomilola Mustafa. So before we get started, and thank you all once again. And before we get started, I'd like us to rise as we take the rendition of the national anthem. Thank you. Please, you may be seated. Great institutions are definitely being chaired by someone. And there's someone truly incredible that we have who leads the vision of Lagos Business School currently, the person of Professor Olayinka David West, the Dean of Lagos Business School. And it is indeed both an honor and a pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Dean of Lagos Business School. And very shortly, we would have the Dean come give her opening remark, and she's ably represented by Dr. Silk Ogo. Let's put our hands together as we welcome Dr. Silk to deliver the opening address on behalf of the Dean of Lagos Business School.
Good morning, everyone. Our Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor Uche Nozo, distinguished panelists and faculty, our cherished partners and sponsors, the members of the Lagos Business School community, and the people who truly make today what it is, the alums and the current participants of the Young Talents Program. You are all most warmly welcome. Let me begin with a confession. When I was asked to give the opening remarks on behalf of the Dean, Professor Olayinka David West, there is only one correct answer. And that answer is not, let me check my calendar. You don't ask that kind of question. But it's genuinely an honor for me to stand in here on her behalf this morning. She sent you her very warm greetings. She's with us in spirit, in pride, and knowing how closely she follows this program, almost certainly in real time. Now, I must also be honest with you about one more thing. Given our theme this morning, positioning for impact in the AI age, I briefly considered asking a popular AI tool to write these remarks. It produced something that flattered the Dean so extravagantly, and many of you so well, that I feared you would not believe that a human wrote it. So, I had to go back. In this AI or human quiz that is coming up shortly, I said to myself, today, I'm going to try to do it myself. I decided I don't want to be voted off the stage when you start talking about, is this AI or is this human? So, everything that I'm saying now is 100% human. All the those sentences are entirely mine. So friends, today is special. And I do not use that word loosely. Today we mark a milestone, the 11th Young Talents Program. And with it, a full decade of impact. 500 faces, 10 cohorts, remarkable young Nigerians who walked through our doors as promising graduates and walked out as leaders. So to our alums, welcome home. Look around this auditorium. Many of you, some of you, last sat in a room like this as nervous, wide-eyed participants, quietly wondering whether you did belong. Today you return as professionals, founders, researchers, and change makers. And I suspect you now know the answer to that question. You did belong. You always did. And in a few moments, when the cohort slogans start ringing across the room, year 1 calling year 10, answering, I want you to make some noise. This is your reunion. This is your family. Today, seriously, is mentioned Today we measure seniority only in decibels. So in case nobody has told you, please look around, say to someone close to you, you're doing well. You're doing very well. So to our current participants, you are joining this story at a remarkable chapter. You are not merely attending an anniversary, you are becoming part of a 10-year lineage of excellence. The alums sitting beside you this morning are living proof of where this journey can lead. Talk to them, learn from them, exchange numbers, and I must advise, try to do it the old-fashioned way. But if you must, you can ask AI to help you do the introduction. So let me say a word about why we began and why we continue. A decade ago, this program was built on a simple but stubborn conviction that academic brilliance on its own is not enough. A first-class degree can open a door, but it does not tell you what you can do or what you should do once you have walked through that door. So we set out to develop the young leader, a whole young leader, to sharpen critical thinking, to build the courage to collaborate, to stretch people beyond the comfort of what they already do well. 10 years and 500 graduates later, I think it is fair to say that the conviction has held. So we have gathered here today, but let's look at the first participants entered it's not the world we stand, but let me say that the world that those first participants entered is not the same world that we stand in today. And that brings me to our theme. We have chosen to gather in this anniversary year under the banner of positioning for impact in the AI age. Because artificial intelligence is no longer just a concept or a research paper. It is here and is choosing and drafting our world. AI is helping us to draft emails, reviewing our reports, and as this morning opening debate clearly will remind us, he may soon be writing better CVs. By the time we get to 2030, only God knows what AI will be doing. So for many of us who are seated here, we should be thinking about that. Whether you agree or disagree, one thing is certain. The tools have changed. The tools will keep changing. But here is what I want to leave you with. And it is from the heart of these brief remarks. In an age when machines can generate answers in seconds, the rarest and the most valuable things in the room are still profoundly human. Judgment, character, empathy, the wisdom to ask the right questions, not merely to accept the fastest answer. The integrity to know what should be done, and not only what can be done. That remains your work, and it always will. So the young leader who thrives in this new age will not be the one who fears technology, nor the one who surrenders their thinking to it. It will be the one who commands it, who uses those powerful tools to amplify a distinctly human wisdom. That is what it means to position yourself for impact in the AI age. And that is precisely the kind of leader this program has spent a decade building. We have a rich morning ahead of us. In a few moments, Professor Uche Nuzo will take us through the remarkable 10 years story of this program. We will watch our alums highlight reel, 10 years and 500 faces. And I must warn you now, some of you may not recognize yourselves, right? Especially the hairstyles that you had 10 years ago. When the pictures start coming. We will hear from a wonderful panel on positioning for career impact in this new age. We will play, we will vote, we will laugh. We will celebrate the graduation of our newest cohort and welcome them formally into this family. And yes, for those who arrived early and have been eyeing it, there is a cake. There's always a cake. It will not be cut until the appointed time. So, I encourage you to be patient and where necessary, exercise restraint. The cake will come. Before I hand back, let me offer some heartfelt thanks to our faculty and mentors whose generosity over the years has shaped every one of these 500 journeys. To our partners, our sponsors, whose belief in young Nigerian talents turn ambitions into opportunity. To the organizing team, who have made today feel almost effortless, precisely because they worked so hard to ensure that it would be. And to Professor David West, whose leadership and vision continues to carry this program forward. On her behalf, I say thank you. Finally, to every young talent in this room, past and present, be fully present today. Reconnect boldly, celebrate loudly, dream generously about the next 10 years. Because when we're going to ask you later to give one word for that future, I would like you to say a word that you truly mean. It is now my great privilege on behalf of the Dean, because when I looked at the program this morning, I saw that my name was written as the Dean. So this is a very clear disclaimer. I am not the Dean. On behalf of the Dean, I welcome you all to the 11th anniversary celebration of the Young Talents Program. And I'm also happy on her behalf to declare this celebration officially open. Happy anniversary, YTP. Here is to 10 years behind us and to everything still ahead. Let the celebration begin. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Silk, representing the Dean of Lagos Business School. All right. So this is my time of begging you all. Please, I want to keep my job. I have a job here and I want to be paid for it, please. So when I ask you to clap, especially this time, because it's the one that's going to sign the check of me being paid. So please ensure you are clapping. Very shortly, we've heard from the Dean truly inspiring words about how positioning for impact in the age of AI is incredibly important. And he also talked about how crazy it is that we are also investing in leaders like you as well, who would go ahead to make a difference in the world, and how we have a strong conviction to ensure that this is possible. Thank you so much, Dr. Silk, once again. And we've heard from the Dean. Very shortly, we're going to take time to listen to a very powerful remark as well, because oftentimes when we want to see the future, we often start by looking back at the past about what we have achieved. And that's what we're going to do now. We must first appreciate the last 10 years to ensure that we're able to even do greater impact in the next 10 years. So for 10 remarkable years, the Young Talent Program, I thought you would have started clapping by now already. For 10 remarkable years, the Young Talent Program has nurtured, invested, and developed talent across industries, generations, and communities. To take us on the inspiring journey of how this started, let us put our hands together as we welcome my mentor, line manager, and the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Pan Atlantic University, Lagos Business School, who is representing here as the Academic Director of the Young Talent Program. Surely it is the vision behind how this started. Please, let's put our hands together as we welcome Professor Uchenna Uzo. Thank you.
Please sit down. Thank you. It seems Tommy wants to get a double salary this month. Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm going to stand on all existing protocols. And let me say up front that I was amused when the national anthem, did you notice what happened when they played the national anthem today? I think only one person could sing the anthem, which shows how young we are in the audience. If you are from the YTP, the Young Talents Program alumni community, in other words, you are not in the 2026 cohort and you're here, please raise your hand. Let's see. Okay, wow, fantastic. Please put your hands together for them. There are about 50% of them in the room. I do know there are many in diaspora or outside Lagos that are also attending. I'm just looking at them and seeing they still look young. Some don't have as much hair as they had when they came, but we're happy that they maintained their youthfulness. How did we start the Young Talents Program? For me, when I woke up today and I was thinking about it, I said it was simply madness. It was like flying a plane for the first time. Do we have a pilot in the room? Has any of you flown a plane before? Nobody? Okay. You fly a plane, maybe you've done some lessons, and then now you are the one driving or flying the plane. And you can imagine all the uncertainty, the anxiety, the shock around it. When I took the proposal to have a Young Talents Program to the management board 11 years ago, there was a bit of skepticism in the room about doing it. And I'll tell you why. Lagos Business School, as some of you remember from my talk 2 days ago, Lagos Business School has always wanted in its capacity development programs to work with people from the top, to work with the CEOs. Because as you would agree with me, change starts from the top. So there I was saying, I wanted us to start this program, which, by the way, the idea didn't come from me. It came from a guy called Tunji Adegbeson. He's now in South Africa in Gibbs Business School. He was the first person who conceptualized the idea of doing something for very young people, because at that stage, LBS was also seeing that we needed to inject fresh blood into academia. So the initial thinking behind the Young Talents Program was to find future lecturers for LBS. But when we started that program, when it got approved, and we ended up having the first edition of that program, we realized that it was much more. Now, let me tell you some of the things that happened at the very first time we had this program. Anybody from the first cohort here? YTP 1. Anybody? Nobody. Okay, so I can freely talk. Okay, so first of all, I don't know if you knew that we had undergraduates in the Young Talents Program, people from their second year in university, which we no longer have now. And it was a one-day program at that time. Now it is 3 days. At that time, we're all Nigerian, but this time we do have 1 or 2 people from outside the country. So we have evolved. The experience of having people who were undergraduates was unique because, well, it was clear to us that they needed more maturity. They are young talents, and then they are younger talents. We needed the young ones, not the younger ones yet, okay? So we went ahead, we had the program. We were amazed at the impact because it ended up not just being a program for bringing in talent, but it became a big mentorship platform, serious mentorship platform for young, bright, talented leaders of Nigeria. There's been a lot of impact. In fact, I don't know who is operating the slides now. You can take us to some of those statistics for you to see what it has become. So You can see 43% there. Which countries do you see represented? UK, USA, Ireland, United Nations. Well, World Bank is not a country, but you can see a lot has been done. A lot of our people are now leaders in diaspora. I was going to say one or two work with Donald Trump, but I'm not going to say their names. I know not everybody here is a Trump supporter. Okay? But anyway, it's been wonderful. We've had people who have started international careers, many as academics, but also as captains of industry where they are. We've also had people who have started businesses of their own. It's very interesting. 33% launched businesses, out of which 87% of those businesses are still in existence. It's not bad. Thank you. So we hope they'll do more in this area. But for me, beyond these statistics, what I think has been the most rewarding and heartwarming reality about the Young Talents program is the change in people's mindsets that I have seen, the change in their understanding of their purpose and their direction, the way they define success, even what success means for them, all that has been transformed thanks to the program. So we have people who are not just leaders, or people who want to make a transformational impact on society, which is what Lagos Business School and Pan-Atlantic University is all about. And so we are really delighted. It wasn't easy to get to this stage of celebrating this anniversary. Yusuf is here, thank you. He really pushed and pushed from last year, right, to get us to do this. In fact, this anniversary celebration is 1 year old. In coming. We should have celebrated it last year. But I thank Yusuf very much for getting this done. I think he deserves a round of applause for what he has done. Yeah. So when I look at the next 10 to 11 years, what do I see? Looking at you people, what do I see? I see a lot of people are looking at me to know which word I'll say. I see joy, I see impact, I see fulfillment, I see purpose, I see transformation. I believe that what we've done is just sow the seed, which is now going to germinate and become something huge beyond Nigeria. So remember what we've been telling you from the beginning of the program, and we repeated it this year. Don't make it all about you alone. Build a community of impact around you. And some of you are already doing that, which is why you came here. But really be intentional about it, because yes, you can do it. You can do it. You can change this society. You can change this country. You can change this continent for the better. And I believe that the generations coming after you will be so happy that you did that. So as I begin to close this, what you might call speech on our 10 or 11 years, I want to thank all of you for trusting in Lagos Business School to do this. I want to thank our sponsors, Friesland, Campina, and Guinness. Guinness is from the Tolerant Group. They've supported this program for the last 6 or 7 years. I think we should clap for them. Thank you. Our panel speakers who are here, friends, the representative of the Dean, who is here as well, Jumoke, thank you so much for being here as well. And it's just to say, look, let's enjoy the moment. Let's have fun. Let's build and sustain the networks that we have here. And please hang on to the alumni that have come. I'm sure they have a lot of fatherly and motherly advice to give you on how things are going out there, what it has been. And I hope that this community will continue to thrive and make the impact that we expect it to make. So on that note, thank you so much and have a wonderful celebration.
round of applause lasting until he gets to his seat. Thank you so much, Professor Uchenna Uzo. Thank you so much for believing in young people and in talents like this. I work in marketing, so I know how powerful storytelling really is. And very shortly, we would listen to a very beautiful story of the last 10 years of impacts that we have created. But I didn't expect Prof to come here and still throw shades at us that have lost our hairs. I don't think you all heard it. He said that some of you don't have hairs as you had in the last time he saw you. I didn't think any one of us heard that part of it. And was typically talking about me that I've lost perhaps 90% of my hair already. But thank you so much, Prof, for that remark. So the next few minutes, we would listen to how dreams have changed, how dreams have come true, how friendship has grown, and how growth has been created, really. And as you watch, you would see familiar faces. Some of you may see yourselves. And you'd relive unforgettable moments as well of the Young Talent Program, and you remember how the journey began. So ladies and gentlemen, please in the next few minutes, please turn to see the multimedia screen as we watch the last 10 years of impact. Thank you. Technical team, we do not have the audio. You may want to start again. Thank you.
We bring them into Lagos Business School. They spend 2 years with us, and then we put the
Young Talents Program has been one of the best and memorable achievements of Lagos Business School. 10 years ago, that program started with the vision of acquiring and retaining young, talented people who could serve Lagos Business School and the Pan-Atlantic University. But beyond our wildest imagination, this program has gone beyond what we expected. Over 500 participants have gone through this program and have been transformed.
It's an academy of young scholars. We bring them into Lagos Business School. They spend 2 years with us, and then we put the institution behind them, and we help them secure funded PhD admissions at top universities around the world.
We have been doing so for the last 3 years. What we really love about this program is that it's a platform for young individuals to come, express their ideas, learn, find their calling, find their purpose, get clarity, get more ideas.
The moment I stepped into LBS was that though I stepped out of Nigeria, everything looked different. From the flowers, the scenery, the environment, the ambience of the whole place spoke excellence. To the facilities, the quality of persons I met was truly a world-class experience.
Most memorable experience, there were lots of beautiful experiences for sure, but the one which stood out for me the most was the session by Dr. Nakina Parson. You know what's funny about this? I can't remember exactly what his session was about, but I know he spoke passionately about finding your purpose and your why in life. And so for me, fresh out of the University of Lagos, I think it was very useful that I had such a conversation at the time it was had. And trust me when I said it sparked a mental shift, within me. And I remain forever grateful for that. I currently work in sustainable finance. So YTP was basically the link between who I did not think I was going to be and who I eventually become today.
This picture wasn't planned, actually. It wasn't planned. It was just the four of them standing together, which turned out to be a significant picture that has, let me say, a collection of the first 4 deans of the Lagos Business School.
It was very fulfilling. I was very happy to be there. I kept wondering, do I really belong here, and in all the stories we heard from numerous people and listened to the vision and history of LBS, what stood out for me was intent, singularity of purpose, and impact.
I was invited for the YTP program in 2019. That was when I was doing my NYSC. And that changed my whole career, my whole life. You know how during NYSC you're not sure of the next step, what you want to do, where you want to go. But I came to YTP and the talks and all the schedules were really amazing. The speakers were great. We also had a group challenge, which really opened my eyes as well to things in management.
One memorable moment for me during the YTP program was pitching solutions to development issues that were given to us at the end of the program. It was memorable because I had to work with people that I've never seen before in my life, and also we worked on time pressure. It was energizing, and it made me realize how much young people can achieve with just purpose and clarity.
Presently, I hold a lectureship role at the Greenwich Business School, University of Greenwich in London, and everything I'm standing on essentially is because Lagos Business School gave me a chance. Lagos Business School, the Young Talent Program, gave me an environment to thrive, an environment to grow, an environment to develop, an environment to evolve. Lagos Business School, Young Talent Program surrounded me with people who embodied possibilities, people who embodied the fact that anything is possible if you put your heart and your mind to it.
Being in that room, we gave me one major lesson, which is to dream big. I was in the room with roughly 20 other people, and listening to what plans they had for themselves and what they've already done really influenced my thinking. Post that program, I went on to work for the Lagos Business School, spent about 3 years there, moved on to BCG and spent a little over 3 years, and now at McKinsey Lagos. I think it remains to be said that if I hadn't been in that room with those people, I may not have had higher hopes or dreams for myself in my career.
The Young Talent Program has ended up being a mentorship program, a program guiding people through their careers to make the best impact they can make on society. It's been very heartwarming to see how people have been transformed, from those who have ended up entering academia, finishing up with their doctoral studies and working in different parts of the world, to the ones who are gradually becoming experts of industry, contributing to improving the way business gets done in Nigeria and in Africa.
I heard something recently when someone asked, do you want to have or do you want to be? If you want to have, you can always be satisfied. You can always acquire enough to be satisfied. But if you want to be somebody, you can never really acquire it because you have to keep chasing that purpose. Within all the stories I heard from everybody there, everybody was on point when it came to the story of purpose and having to challenge yourself to think beyond yourself and to do good for the community.
I came to YTP program knowing that I wanted to be in development, research and policy space, but I didn't know how to translate that into actionable career plans. But then after listening to mentors, facilitators and even friends I met at LBS share their experiences and their future career plans, I developed a strategic one for myself as well. And I'm glad to say that I got the motivation to pursue my master's at Yale, and I've graduated and still building my career.
So LBS helped me broaden my horizon, helped me see the bigger picture, helped me see beyond my immediate confines.
But I did not even know about Lagos Business School until YTP. So, it's just been a very good journey, and I've met quite a lot of friends. Michael, Frank, Vincent, AK, and everyone is doing well. I like to boast that my set, YTP set, is the best ever set
Lagos Business School opened my eyes, exposed me to the world of academia, and it made me realize I can be anything I want to be as long as I'm willing to put in the work. I'm grateful most especially to our academic mentor at the time, who is still like an academic father to me, that's Professor Tayo Utubanjo. He pushed us all, myself and my colleagues inclusive, to do the best that we could, to be the best that we could be, and to reach for the highest goal that we could reach.
We believe that this program has had such a great impact. As we look into the future for this program, we can only expect it to be better. We can only expect to have people who will continue to transform Africa's business landscape. And we believe that what the continent needs the most is people who are committed to change, to growth, to improvement. And I think this is what the Young Talent Program ends up offering those who come to it.
The one lesson I'll pass on to you will be to also dream big. But not to dream big selfishly or for yourself. Dream big for your community. Dream big for your country. Dream big for the next person.
I'm glad that the Young Talents Program has become such a testimony, has become such a success. And if you are someone considering being part of the Young Talent Program, I would advise to read about it. Be sure that it's something you really want to do because it involves a lot of work. Envision the future you want to see. What do you seek to contributing to the academia? Let this not just be a jackpot project. Let this be something that speaks to you more, speaks to your future. And there's nothing that is beneath your grasp.
To conclude, I would describe my YTP experience as transformative because it was the bridge between the 21-year-old Vincent fresh out of the university, unsure about life, and the Vincent AK you see for the screen today. Not like I have life all figured out, but I'm clearly in a better place than I was years ago, and it can only get better from here, trust me. So thank you YTP, thank you Lagos Business School.
I can see the energy, the passion, the friendship we've created, the bond that we have created, and it's absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Let's put our hands together for Lagos Business School once again. All right, before the next session, I want us to have a very quick task. So please stand up quickly. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. When I say Young Talent Program, you'd say create an impact. When I repeat it again, you would say changing lives. And when I repeat it again, you'd say transforming communities. Did we get that? I have to repeat it again. Okay. So when I say Young Talent Program, you would say connecting lives. When I say Young Talent Program, you'd say building leaders. When I say Young Talent Program, you'd say transforming communities. So it's connecting lives, building leaders, and transforming communities. Do we have that now? Young Talent Program. Young Talent Program. Young Talent Program. All right, before we get seated, for those at the back, please let's step forward a bit more to fill in the spaces that we have. And those that are at front can be seated, but those we have at the back, we only want the next 5 rows to be filled. So please ensure you're seated within the first 5 rows from where I'm standing. Thank you. I would only proceed once that has been achieved. Well, thank you all so much. Thank you very much. So we have a very brief game for you to play. So let's bring out our devices. I hope you're all paying attention, or you've been all paying attention when you were in the classrooms. So this is another time to quiz you again like you are in the classroom. a little bit about what you still know about Lagos Business School, the Young Talent Program as well. So bring out your devices. A QR code will show on screen. Kindly scan the QR. That will connect you to a Kahoot game, and then we would play. I think only the iPhone users have been able to connect. The Samsung users, their camera is having issues. Android user, it looks like you're having issues with your devices. All right. So are you all connected? How many? If you're connected already, let's have a raise of hand. Oh, you all are using iPhones. Interesting. So let's wait a bit for the Android users. That's on a lighter note, please. Okay, wonderful. So can we get started? Okay. There's still someone. You people should get an iPhone, please. It's asking for the pin. Oh, okay. So you'd have the pin. If you scan the QR showing on screen, I will connect you to the game directly. So the pin is 3564606. Or you can as well get an iPhone. Okay, I think we've reached the participant limit already. Okay, so we can get started. I hope we know how to play cards. So you're tapping on the color of the answer, typically on your own screen. Okay, so we have Rallo leading currently. Let's see how that lasts. I'm sure he's an iPhone user. What's the name of the organization that inspired Lagos Business School? If anyone feels this one, we're going to fight. What year was Lagos Business School founded? If you don't know, just pick your bets here. Which capacity is this likely to be replaced by AI? And the third position is Dara. Oh, nice. Emeka. Who is Emeka? Oh, interested. Let's put our hands together for Emeka. Please rise. I'm sure he's an iPhone user, right? I'm sure you're an iPhone user, right? Awesome, awesome. Okay, so congratulations, Emeka. We're living currently in one of the most transformative periods ever. Artificial intelligence is influencing everything so strongly. It's changing how we work, how we learn, how we create impact, and how we lead people. Yet, technology alone cannot make a difference in the world. What would distinguish tomorrow's leaders is the ability to continuously learn, continuously adapt, and create meaningful impact. And we would have a conversation around how we can lead in the age of AI. And to help us navigate this exciting conversation, we have brought together an exciting panel of professionals who are doing incredibly well in their field. Some are talent of the Young Talent Program as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to welcome our moderator for the session as well, who would guide the conversation and invite the panelists to the stage. Let's put our hands together for Olatunji Oshunbiyi. Okay, Olatunji Oshunbiyi. Let's put our hands together for him and welcome him to the stage. All right, so you'll be introducing the panelists, and then I'll take it up from there. Thank
you. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, my name is Oshunbiyi Olatunji, and I'm a YTP alumni for 2025, which was last year. And thank you. I know we've been seeing a lot of stories up there, And those are on the screen. And I would like to really share one you could easily relate with, which is myself. I came into YTP as an ND and BSc holder, right? And I'm coming back after a year as a master candidate in risk management and insurance, 2 trips to London for aviation insurance training, 1 trip to Egypt, being awarded as the second best young insurance professional in Africa. And also, I'm here back to give to the community that has given me so much. I've built a community of young insurance professionals, building on YTP's model of over 2,000 students, 500 active WhatsApp members. That is exactly what YTP can give you. And I would like to appreciate Dr. Uchenna, who happens to be our esteemed mentor for Group 6, right? So I want to welcome you all to this anniversary, and I can tell you that YTP is what YTP is, right? And I'd like to introduce our panelists for today's event. I have Dr. Jumoke Awolumate, who is a faculty member, Strategy and Entrepreneurship at Lagos Business School, the Pan-Atlantic University. She is a seasoned finance, investment, and strategy executive with nearly 30 years of experience driving business growth and transformation. She holds a doctorate in strategy and organizational growth from Lagos Business School itself. And she is an individual who is passionate about helping indigenous business build sustainable, globally competitive enterprise. Dr. Jumoke is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICANN, and the Chartered Institute of Stockbroker, CIS. Dr. Awolumate is also an authorized dealing clerk of the Nigerian Stock Exchange and a member of Beta Gamma Sigma. Our academic credential spans the University of Ibadan, the great Lagos Business School, Middlesex University, and the Yale School of Management. She previously served as Managing Director of Meristem Capital and Chief Operating Officer at Integrated Diaries, where she led transformative initiative. Also, Dr. Jumoke, as a founder of Corporate Advisory Services, she advised businesses on strategy, corporate governance, and growth capital to help them achieve long-term success. Please, a round of applause for Dr. Jumoke Awolumate. Thank you for coming, ma'am. And second on my list, okay, I have Emmanuel Adediro. Emmanuel Adediro is a business unit director. He's a distinguished marketing executive and thought leader, leading growth for West and Central Africa largest media agency network. He has driven measurable growth for over 25 leading brands across FMCG, banking, fintech, telecom, media, e-commerce, and so on and so forth. Right? He has expertise in media strategy, marketing research, data analytics, consulting, and brand management. Emmanuel is an advisory council member of the Harvard Business Review and co-author of Africa's Gold Mine. He is the first Nigeria agency representative to win gold and serve as a judge at the Festival of Media Global Awards, and the first West and Central Africa-based professional appointed to the Purpose Award Global Jury. His work has earned over 40 local and international marketing awards. Please welcome Emmanuel Adedire. And the last but not the least is one of our very own who has come back to give to the same community that has inspired and encouraged him. Please, I would like to welcome Favor Felix, a software engineer at Cowrywise. With over 6 years of professional experience building technology, solutions across finance, and more recently, the church. He currently works at Cowrywise, where he leads web engineering efforts on internal tooling that powers the Digital First Wealth Management. The Digital First Wealth Management platform serving millions of Africa. His foremost expression of creativity lies in building products where his secular career and his calling coverage in harmony. This conviction led him to found Cowlabs, the company behind the first browser-based presentation software built specifically for churches, now used by over 3,000 churches alongside other ventures. Please welcome Favor Felix. Okay. All right. So we'll be dashing to the business of the day. We are here to talk about career positioning in the age of AI. How do you position yourself for career impact in the age of AI? And I'd like to say, I know everybody has been hearing about artificial intelligence. We all want to make career. We want to make an impact in whatever career that we have. But then, my question goes to each and every one of us. What does artificial intelligence, making career impact in artificial intelligence, what does it actually mean to you? I'd like to start with Dr. Jumoke.
Okay, thank you very much. Maybe I should first of all start by crave your indulgence to thank Professor Uzo for inviting me here. I don't think I quite knew what to expect, but I came into the room and I'm humbled by what you've done. Well done, sir. Well done to the team. And congratulations to everyone. So, talking about career impact, what will AI do to our careers? I think that personally for me, I see it as a disruptor. Disruptor in the sense that it's changing how we do things. It's changing how we position ourselves as career people in the workplace, in business. Why do I say that? What exactly is AI? It's machines doing things humans will traditionally do, right? And if that is what is going on, the question then becomes, if machine can do what I can do, then what advantage do I bring to the workplace? I think it was about a week ago that I was thinking about this very same thing, and I thought, are we now stupid if AI is intelligent and it does everything we should be able to do? But having said that, I think that AI is an enabler. I think AI should make us excel in what we do. I think AI should distinguish us. So AI is not a competitor. It's not going to displace us if we know how to position ourselves in our career. I think I should stop here. Thank you.
Thank you. Emmanuel, tell us, what's your perspective about career impact in the age of AI?
Thank you very much. Good morning, YTP leaders, right? Is that what you call them? Thank you very much, Professor Uchenna, for having me here. Professor Uchenna is my mentor and one I deeply respect. Thank you very much for the belief in me. Please put your hands together for Prof. Thank you. Okay, so for me, my perspective on artificial intelligence is two ways. For the young talents or young people that are up and coming, I think it's a leveler, let me call it that, right? Prior to now, access to certain fields, or would I say endeavors, the barrier to entry was quite high, and AI has come to make that very low. And I'll give you a very practical example. Just last night, I wrote a almost 40-page line of code, right? Using Google, there's this Google platform, okay? Yeah, Google AI Studio, thank you very much. And guess what? Up until 9 p.m. yesterday, when I got into that session, I had no idea what it was like to write a line of code. Are you following me? And I was able to build a code that developed a 25-page questionnaire, all automated. If I were to do that on my own, it would take me hours and hours. And what am I saying to you? I suddenly have become a software developer in that right. Are you getting my point? Thanks to artificial intelligence. What does that mean for those of you that are here? It simply means the world is your oyster, and you are at liberty to make of it whatever it is that you want to do. The limitations that some of us or those before us had is alien or should be alien to you. Okay? And what that then implies is, what then is the skill I need, right? It's really to be a lifelong learner. As long as you're in that space where you are constantly open to learning, unlearning, and relearning, you would always find a role or relevance for yourself. For the older or more experienced people, yes, AI is a disruptor, because it has suddenly changed the rules of the game, right? Information that were coded, right, that you probably have paid millions for, are now accessible with the click of a button, and it would even be done much faster and better. There's no need to cry over spilled milk, right? This is where adaptability comes in. And you begin to think about what are the smartest, most effective ways of doing what I have always done before. Again, the concept or the perspective about being a lifelong learner is something that applies and cuts across board. So to the younger generation, AI has leveled the playing field for you. There's no limitation. To the older generation, yes, the rules have changed, but it's also here to make your work and your life a lot easier. Think of it as a co-pilot, that you are well experienced for sure, but then the capabilities to deploy that experience at scale is provided to you by artificial intelligence. And I think with those two, I would want to take a pause on the question. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that answer. So, Favor, being someone who is into technology yourself, how would you explain what career impact in AI is?
All right. Well, I feel the weight of the responsibility just sitting on this chair, to be honest, because it's a huge privilege, right, to be in the midst of people like this. And I just want to say thank you to Professor Uchenna and every other person that made it possible that I'm here today. But career impact in the age of AI, largely we've said the things, when you look at it from a macro level, there's disruption, there's, he made mention of co-pilots, right? But I think how work will be disrupted today is that you will realize that forward-thinking companies are doing two things. You're either deploying as much AI tools to increase productivity in terms of agents, right? And how I say agents is that having co-pilots, people work together with other human beings or other employees in your company to do things faster than they would usually do it. That's one way. Another way I think is, you would see, apart from the co-pilots, or you see that there are agents acting in form of employees. And you might be like, oh, why do we need robots to do these things? All right, maybe is it the end of our jobs? And that's a question that we've been asking ourselves for the last 2 years with the advent of AI in its form right now. But I think how the agents really come into play is you are able to focus on the things that would have, had a lot of human errors in the middle of that process, in a sense, right? You're having an agent do things. I think there's a way to think about agents AI in that sense is that before now, machines are not new, right? We've always had machines, there are systems that we've put in place, right? Whether it's the HRMS, those things were built with code or they are software that already work, right? So we are looking at AI from another lens. What has been bestowed upon AI, if you would allow me, is the ability to think right now. And before, you would need a human being to think and then give a system to act. But right now, we are seeing that system can now think and also act. And so what are the things, there are numerous possibilities that affords us right now as professionals. There are numerous opportunities that would afford a business to move a lot faster. The competitive advantage is mind-blowing, really.
Thank you very much for that answer, Favor. I think those deserves a round of applause. Thank you. So, coming to you, Emmanuel, you mentioned about co-pilot. And with someone who sits at the intersection of growth strategy and also market positioning, where do you see AI actually, move the needle, right? And where it is mostly hyped? How can we differentiate that particularly?
I think the question should be, where is AI not impacting? For my industry, I think it's really across every facet. But beyond the immediately obvious applications of artificial intelligence, and when I'm talking about my industry, I'm looking more around marketing, right? You've seen the use of AI in communications, creative developments, copies, and all of that. But one thing that AI has really helped us or enabled us to do right now in marketing is to drive personalization at scale. So before now, it was very capital intensive, labor intensive to drive personalization at the scale that we need to do it. But with AI now, that's become much easier, and it's changing the face of brands building and equity development in the market today. Second thing, around where AI is moving the needle is what he spoke about, what Felix spoke about, productivity. Before now, if I were to activate a campaign, right, I would have to wait a month, a week sometimes, if I'm able to get things done fast, to know how impactful the campaign is and then make adjustments. But today, before I go live, 30 minutes into my campaign, I have sufficient data analyzed with insights extracted from it that can help me optimize my campaign on the go. And all of these, are possibilities that we knew it was doable, but the requirements, you have to analyze tons of data points, put in algorithms and formulas and all of that, and you might still get it wrong. But with AI, I have multiple scenarios running, deploying, testing, and evaluating and optimizing on the go. And this makes us be able to deliver value for money, for our clients and the brands that we manage. Yes, there's also the place of abuse, because when it comes to artificial intelligence, those of you that are on social media, you've seen a lot of AI ad bombardment, right? Some of them are not done properly, and it creates negative, what's it called, backlash, as we like to call it. The point is, artificial intelligence, in my own view, helps to amplify what is already there. If you're an excellent person, right? If you're a result-oriented person, AI helps you to amplify what you already have. And if you are, not excellent, if you are shoddy, if you are flabby and all of that, the artificial intelligence is just a tool that helps to amplify what's already there. So the application then becomes dependent on who is wielding, this instrument. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for the answer, Emmanuel. I think what I'm able to get from what you just said is about the individual productivity, that it has increased based on the use of artificial intelligence and how these are brought about, understanding, right, of the field that you are trying to, go into particularly. And I cannot thank you, for that answer. So coming back to Favor, the fact that you've built, technology that works for both the churches, carry-wise, and now this technology is saving over 3,000, if I'm correct. And here, once upon a time, you were also seated like this, and now you're back here as a panelist. So what can you tell us that is that particular misconception that people that are not within the tech industry thinks about AI?
All right. Yeah. So coming back as a YTP alum, apart from the weight of the responsibility that I've just shared, even especially being on the panel, I think it's also just me reminiscing on the video that I sent in my application. How many of us sent in video applications? All right, so everybody. And I know for many people that would have been, will I say, discourager. Right, like, oh, I have to record a video. Okay, I'm not even doing it again. But then, while I was recording that video, it felt like I was just reminding myself of something. And, time after time, I just go back to watch it because I have the video saved. And it just reminds me of what I remember. I was saying something along the lines of, if I am, accepted into this program, I hope to make the institution proud of the achievement that would happen immediately after the program and the ones that would come even afterwards. And, looking back, there are goals that I had before the program that thankfully I have achieved. And even because of the program, there are greater goals that I am thinking of achieving, right? And then when you look at it, maybe that's just to answer the first side of the question. And then the second one would be somebody that is working in the industry. So I wasn't working at CarryWise when I was doing the YTP program, but right now I'm at CarryWise. And we get to manage, we build financial products for largely young Africans like you and I, but also we've seen a large influx of, HNIs, older people and things like that. And then when you get to work with millions of customers on a daily basis, it really changes the way you think about how you deploy solutions to people, right? And that's why we are thinking, so for instance, if you are familiar with the finance ecosystem or the finance industry generally in Nigeria, you notice that there is some level of, for lack of better words, some level of illiteracy, right? Many people don't understand how these financial systems work, right? And if you tell somebody, I'm trying to double your money or do things like, people would rather go for someone that's trying to double their money than for systems that have proven to work over decades. And so a challenge for an engineer, you'll be thinking is, I want to go ahead and contribute to the company-wide solution or company-wide vision, rather, of, democratizing this financial literacy, right? Because you notice that when people are financially literate, the responsibility of selling the things that you have is no longer as heavy as it was because they see the need to do these things, right? And really, that's one of the things that I have gotten to, I would say, experience. One of the things I've exposed myself to as well. And in, looking closely at the AI impact part, also with the churches, something I was talking about, or you were speaking about. Thankfully, since YTP as well, I have started a company. Maybe I'm one of the 33% that was there, by the way. So I started a company. I didn't think I would ever do that. I know I'm someone that's always wanted to build things, right? But to make it official as a company, never really thought of that. And yeah, we started that. And right now, there are over 3,000 businesses, 3,000 churches that are using that software. And there are people that are also paying to, right? So the business has started generating revenue. And it is interesting because I am looking at, as a CarryWise employee, a very devoted CarryWise employee, I would say. I am looking at a model, right? And I'm seeing that this is something that can actually be replicated in a sense, right? And I think that's the power of you just immersing yourself in something, right? Immersing yourself in something like that. And it just helps you keep on growing and keep on doing things that you wouldn't have been able to do. So as a YTP alum, it's been a very...
Afraid that, will I be the odd one out again? Because I'm not putting on the suit and, because the same thing happened last year. I'm so privileged that this cab came to me with LBS last year. I saw myself on the screen there, and it's coming with me to LBS this year again, right? So thank you, Favor, for the explanation. And particularly, I went back to my video earlier this month, countless of times, where I have to share that particular video with applicants. I have one of them seated here. Amina, can you raise up your hand? Yeah. So we had to have a session where I'm able to share that video, and it reminded me of who I was, where I am, and where I am going. And I would like to, appreciate Dr. Ozo, Professor Ozo, sincere apologies, for your mentorship, right? I know I didn't allow him to sleep, right? He's a very vibrant man. Please, a round of applause for Professor Ozo again. Thank you so much for your mentorship. So, Dr. Jumoke, earlier when I was reading your bio with your experience over 3 decades in the industry, and now being a faculty member at Lagos Business School with academia, I would like to ask you that as AI helps us to reshape this decision made by organizations and all, so how do we, what happens to governance and accountability when the strategic advisor in the room becomes, an artificial intelligence, right? So what happened? How are we able to, protect governance and hold people accountable when the strategic advisor is really, really based and everything he does is on AI? That's my question.
Listening to that question, it got me thinking a bit that, is the strategic advisor only AI? Maybe, maybe not. But at the core of that question really is, what do we do in governance? Really, what is governance really all about? What do we do at board levels? Maybe when we break it, because I'm the kind of person that I like to break complex things into simpler things, because once you do that, it doesn't look so ambiguous anymore. So what do we do in governance? We hold the executives accountable, right? We try and make sure that the company stays on course. How do we do that traditionally? We read board papers, we look at past performance, we look at what the organization says they want to do. And then we come and we discuss, and then we say, this is the direction you should go. But it doesn't stop there. We then say, have you been able to accomplish what you've done or what we've said you should do? Did you do it the right way? So those questions are typically what goes on in your mind as maybe a board member. Now, where does AI come to play in all of these things? First and foremost, the information that you're using to take your decision as a board member, all of a sudden, is now being generated or being analyzed using AI. So typically you would get a pile of board papers, and then you're thinking, I'm going to need the next 3 days and a lot of coffee to be able to read through this and take my decision. But these days you can say, okay, AI, summarize. You can say, AI, what do you think? And then rub minds with AI. So to that extent, AI is like an advisor to you. But I think in today's world, if that is all you do, you're in trouble. I believe we've all heard that AI hallucinates, right? So what is not there, AI can you insert it. So as a leader, the first thing you want to think about is, how do I remove facts from hallucination? That's number one. Number two, how do I contextualize what AI is telling me? Because at the end of the day, it's one thing for you to get feedback from AI. It's another thing for that feedback to be relevant in the context of the business that you're running. So to that extent, you should take on advice from AI, but you must contextualize that advice. The third thing I think I would want to draw attention to is the need for you to manage risk more closely. So traditionally, as a governance leader, you would wait and get feedback. Today, if you do that, a lot of things can go wrong. So you also have to leverage the same AI to make sure that you have real-time access to what is going on and you're able to take your decision points, not just waiting for management to get back to you, but then also making sure that you're able to track things online real time. And then maybe lastly, so that it doesn't turn into a lecture, it's amazing how quickly you can cross from industry into the academia, and then you become the one that likes to listen to your voice. I think, and that's with all due respect to my professors here, please, I think that the risk that exists in the business world today means that business leaders need to be on their toes 24/7. You cannot wait for time to give you what the issues are. You must anticipate them. You must put guardrails in place to make sure that even though you're seated at the top, you're able to steer things in the direction that you want it to go. I hope that explains everything. Sorry,
Thank you so much, Ma, for that explanation. I think that deserves a round of applause, please. And I believe most of you see me looking at my phone. I'm trying to jot things down because I don't just want to be a moderator here and not go back home with all of the explanations that have been given and use it to continue to make impact in my different field. And also, I was here last year as a YTP participant, and today I'm back as a professional in the risk management and insurance industry. And the same goes with a lot of people that are seated here. So I'd like to ask this question. Favor, what do you think in the next 5 years, in the age of AI, what will make professionals to thrive, particularly in their career?
Maybe just allow me to make a joke for a second. I think 5 years is too far. With the way AI is, running, I mean, it's too far. But maybe if I should just take a step back, I would say some things stand the test of time, right? Especially as a professional. I haven't spent 30 years, I haven't spent a long time in the industry, all right? But in the short time I've spent, right, I would say there are soft skills that you cannot trade for anything. So let's start from there. All right. There are things that would set you apart. It could be over communicating. It could be maybe just having some empathy, right? In the age of having machines do a lot of things, we might miss that a lot. And I think it's really important that we put that at the forefront of our minds as YTP alums. But apart from that, right, I also want to borrow something from the keynote speaker. He said something about the way we use AI, right? We go ahead asking a lot of questions, right? And you'd realize that maybe you take the first answer, right? So in the age where answers are too easy to get, all right, people might forget about the hard work that it felt like, searching for real answers, and then go ahead and ask questions and take the first thing that comes at them since it looks right. All right. But what you really want to do, I would say, is look at it as an advantage, not just like as an enabler, right? In a sense that if AI is able to produce some level of intelligence, right? How do you add some brilliance to that intelligence that it is outputting? I think that would make people stand out everywhere, any day, anytime. That you are able to say, this is the output, but you are able to bring in some brilliance from your own self and fine-tune very, very well, such that it doesn't look like you are regurgitating what every Tom, Dick, and Harry would regurgitate. Be somebody that, even though you are using these tools, because frankly, you cannot do without using it. And if you are not using it, I pity you. But just go ahead, use it, and ensure that you are adding a touch that is differentiated across multiple touch points.
Thank you very much. So, Emmanuel, the same question. Professionals in the next 5 years would make them stand apart and thrive in their career?
Thank you. I wouldn't want to reiterate what he has said, but as a storyteller, I would just paint this scenario for you. How many of you know Iron Man? You know Iron Man? The character, is it Marvel now or DC? The Marvel character Iron Man. Are there people that don't know Iron Man here? Ah, okay. Now, Iron Man is the illustration I'm going to use. Think of AI as the Iron Man, okay? Tony Stark is the human, okay? His suit is AI. Without that suit, okay, Tony Stark is able to live a normal life, do things and all of that. But the moment Tony Stark and his suit combines, he becomes Iron Man. And with Iron Man, the possibilities are what? Endless, right? You can fly, you can lift objects that are 10 times heavier than you are, right? You can think, activate things, and make magic happen. What ultimately determines what happened is who? Tony Stark. Someone can wear an Iron Man suit and go and pluck tomatoes in his backyard. Another person can have the Iron Man suit and is just cleaning it every day. Someone else wears it and sits comfortably without doing anything. Does that in any way mean that this tool is not capable of doing what is designed to do? It is. So the guys that would take the future are those that understand the synergistic ability to use AI to create new solutions, to solve problems at scales that were never thought possible before, just like Iron Man. And my advice to you is, don't be that guy that has the suit and does not use it, pushing it to its limits. Those that will take the future are those that understand when to be Iron Man and when to be Tony Stark. And with that, I think I'll just leave the points. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. So, Dr. Jumoke, with your experience as an industry leader, having led multiple organizations at the top executive level, and also back as a faculty member of the Great Lagos Business School. So what do you think, what advice can you give professionals in this age of AI? How can AI be an enabler for them? How can AI, artificial intelligence, be an enabler, right? And they see it as an advantage. And what are the skills that can bring, they can learn through artificial intelligence?
Interesting. You know, I listened to Favor and Emmanuel talking, and I began to think about what is likely to happen to us as professionals as we move along. You know, change is happening so fast that if you wanted to put a grasp on what change means today, you would probably be confused. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes me remember, so let me toe their line. It makes me remember something someone said before. He said, if they explain Nigeria to you, have you heard that before? And you understand it, they didn't explain it well. Does that make sense? To us in Nigeria, it makes a lot of sense. But you see, what that does to us as professionals, now taking it back to the scope of AI, is that there's so much going on that the pressure is real. And I had a conversation recently with someone, and we were talking about how things that were alien to this environment has become commonplace. Case in point, mental wellness. So when you think about the skill set, in my views, that will help you excel, automation, being able to do things you couldn't traditionally do, is now, if you like, a commodity. It's been commoditized. So even when you read long CVs, oh, she's a professional, she's an accountant, those things are no longer the competitive edge. And the reason is because with a tool, someone with less than your years of experience will do better if they know what they're doing. But I think what would distinguish you as a professional is your mental resilience and your emotional intelligence. Your ability to ride that curve, all that confusing detail, your ability to dimension it and be able to bring it into perspective in the workplace, in my views, is what is going to stand you out. So when you get into an interview, for instance, we're no longer looking at how much numbers you can crunch. We're no longer looking at how well you even understand AI. We're looking at your person, your mental capabilities, your emotional resilience, your ability to connect, and your ability to operate within the context of a larger group of people. So what will AI do for you? AI will continue to enable you. It will be the platform through which you can excel. But how will you excel is how you develop yourself as a professional, which means how well you are able to continue to learn and relearn as a professional, but how well you can self-moderate and how well you can take in what is going on around you and impact that same world. I hope that makes sense to you.
Thank you very much, Doctor. So we have favor use of AI. Emmanuel says you should maximize the use of artificial intelligence. And Dr. Jumoke brings the perspective of organization with our experience as an industry leader as well as a faculty member for you to have the mental resilience to be able to stay afloat in your profession. I'd like you guys to please give a round of applause to our panelists for the full session. I know our time are fast. Professor Uzo, I can tell you if you go to my office, since YTP, I get to office at least minimum of before time. Yeah, and I got that from YTP. Today, I got here 7:32 a.m. I stayed outside until 8 o'clock when they opened the gate before I came in. That is what Young Talent Program has done to me, right? So thank you very much for this opportunity. And I would like to appreciate our audience for listening. I believe you have learned as much as I have learned from a lot of experience that are seated here today. Thank you very much. And I give it over to the compere. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much to all panelists. Please remain for a bit. We do have some technical team. Okay, we do have some gifts for you from the Young Talent Program. Professor Uzo, please come and help present. Yes, they do have one.
Hello. Okay. This first certificate goes to Favor Felix. Okay. Hello. So, you?
Just wait up.
Hang on. Okay. Adejumoke Awolumate. Thank you.
Dr. Silk, please come up on stage.
Then and then Silk. Yes. Silk will present. Just hang on. Silk will present the one to Emmanuel. Because you said Iron Man, you know, he's an Iron Man too, so he has to present this. Silk, over to you.
So this certificate goes to Emmanuel Adediran.
All right, so we'll take group pictures. Thank you to all panelists. Let's put our hands together for them once again. Thank you very much. So the panel session was incredibly enlightening. Here's a little secret I don't tell people. I hate panel sessions so much. I don't know if it's just me. Is it just me? I hate them so much. But I mean, this one was incredibly powerful. The lessons were really, really solid. I mean, we wouldn't have a panel session without people crossing their legs and picking up from where someone else touched them from. So it was a very, very insightful conversation with the panelists. Please let's put our hands together again for them. It reminds us that AI creates an enabling platform for growth. It's created a level playing ground where we can all just create whatever we want to create. Dr. Juboke reminded us as well that we should have substance and ensure that we have emotional and mental resilience, and that's what differentiates us in the world today. Thank you so much for the time. YTP, I thought you were the brightest minds. How come you're YTP? YTP. All right, so we would say connecting lives, building leaders, and transforming communities. So let's go again. YTP, YTP, YTP. All right, so very shortly we would go on a short break. At the time to, what's it called, reconnect, talk to friends, network, and also visit the booth of our sponsors. They have special gifts for you. And we would reconvene at exactly 12:30 p.m. So please stretch your legs, talk to a few people, exchange contacts as well. Perhaps that's where your next job opportunity would come from, or your 2050 board appointment might come from as well. So let's ensure we network with each other. Thank you. Can we have music as well while we do this? Thank you.
This is crazy. There's one.
autoclave beats. We bring Afro beats to life. Autoclave beats, we bring Afro beats to life. Autoclave beats, we bring Afro beats to life. It's autoclave beats. We bring Afro beats to life. It's autoclave beats. We bring Afro beats to life. It's autoclave beats. We bring Afro beats to life. Afrobeats to life. Autoclave beats, we bring Afro beats to life.
Wearing many hats takes a lot out of you. You always need all the nourishing goodness you can get. Especially if you're someone like me that is a foodie.
autoclave beats. We bring Afro beats to life.
food wey sweet like this. One girl for my kitchen, too sweet I lick my lips.
It's autoclave beats. We bring Afro beats to life. It's autoclave beats. We bring Afro beats to life. It's autoclave beats. We bring Afro beats to life. It's autoclave beats. We bring Afro beats to life. It's autoclave beats. We bring Afro beats to life.
So please, those seated behind, let's just take a step. Take a step of faith forward, like they say in church. Thank you. We only want to fill the first 5 rows, so please let's stand up. Thank you so much, YTP. Chukwemeka, I know your name. Please, let's come forward. All right, so quick one. We're going to play a game. We went out there and I wanted us to network with each other. So I want to see how much you were able to network. So I'll randomly call on people and then you name 5 people that you met during the networking session. So I'm randomly calling on people and then you list 5 people you met while networking with people. And if you did not meet any, if you're unable to name the 5, what will be the punishment? What will be the punishment? I can't think of something right now, but I'll punish you, Sha. That's what I know. So, are you ready? Okay, awesome. So yeah, him, the exact person taking call, him. Yes, please. So tell us 5 people you connected with.
Okay, I've met more than 5 people, and
What
from
year?
my own right.
What year? YTP year first.
Okay.
What year?
My name is Yusuf, and I'm from the 2023 cohort.
2023.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Okay. I have met Prof. Alo, who is on my right. Then also on my front, I have met Yusuf.
Yes, their names?
I have met Yusuf. I have also met Ene, who I don't know why she is. I've also met Sultan, and I've also met pharmacist Aminu Bello, who I felt is in the front, right? I think 5.
Oh,
and also
wonderful.
I've met again to reunite with Prof. Uzo. So thank you.
What is his name? Okay. Let me see. Ah, right in front of you. Yes. Ah, yes, please. The one with the lemon. Sorry? Okay, she's just arriving. All right, so let's have her, the stunning lady in the black gown.
Hi, I've met Aki. I've met Paul. I've met Chinwe, she's somewhere around. Yeah. I've met Yusuf somewhere there. That's how many? 4. I've met myself.
I said I've met myself. Let's put our hands together for ourselves. Okay. So welcome back. They had shared some words with us for different cohorts. How many of us remember them? You have a particular word for your cohorts. It was sent to you. Do we remember them? Okay. So I'll be calling each cohort now, and then you would scream back the name or the what's it called? The word you have for your cohorts back to me. So when your cohort is called, I want you to stand, scream as loud as possible, saying the word that you were given for your cohort or the value you were given for your cohort. And we'll start from 2015. Do we have anyone for 2015? 2015? We can't hear you. You're not loud enough. Oh, let's put our hands together for them. 2016. Stand up, stand up, stand up. The word. What's the word for your cohorts? We can't hear you. It's not loud enough. Let's put our hands together for them. 2017. 2017. Okay. We can't hear you. That doesn't sound excellent. It's still not loud enough. Awesome. Let's put our hands together for her. So she's representing an entire cohort. Perhaps all of them have relocated. 2018. 2018. It doesn't have it. It doesn't have it. Awesome. Let's put our hands together for 2018. 2019. Let's hear it again. Awesome. Let's put our hands together for 2019. 2021. 2021. YTP. All right. So what's the word? We can't hear it. We can't hear it. Let's put our hands together for 2021. 2022. Let's put our hands together for them. They're looking all stunning. Okay, and let's scream the word. It's not loud enough. Get closer to each other. Get closer to each other. Oh, they're even holding hands. Interested. Okay, so it has to be loud. Awesome. Let's put our hands together for them. 2023. Okay, wonderful. I think they made a mix. You all decided color codes for today. All right, so let's scream the word for 2023. We can't hear you. We can't hear it. Awesome. 2024. YTP 2024. They all decided to sit with each other. Okay, so let's hear you. Again. Awesome. Let's put our hands together for 2024. So with the last two cohorts of YTP, 2025. I expect you to be really, really loud. Let's put our hands together for them. And the word is, again, again. Awesome. Let's put our hands together for them. And the youngest children in town. And the word is. And the word is. And the word is. I think Prof wants to join you. The word is. The word is. Awesome. Let's put our hands together for 2026. This is 10 years of impact, 10 years of legacy, 10 years of purposeful work, 10 years of innovation, 10 years of evolving, 10 years of purpose-driven leadership, vision, excellence, and impact. And we are indeed proud of this community at which we've created. YTP, we're going to fight. YTP, YTP, YTP. Awesome. I think we've come to an important part of the conversation as well. And we have a very interesting activity for us all. I'm Yoruba. Let me disclaimer, I'm Yoruba. So when you hear the H in my words, don't laugh, okay? Thank you. But very shortly, we're going to have fun activity, and it's AI confession. And I'm afraid there might be some words that would have lots of H in it, and I cannot pronounce them. All right, but yeah, let's have the word. Technical team. So I'm going to explain the protocol for the game, and then we'll participate in it. So let's put all our 5 fingers up. If you don't have, it's complete. It's not my fault, though. Let's put our 5 fingers up. Awesome. So if you used AI in the last 24 hours, put 1 finger down. If you used, Google, forgive me. If you used Google in the last 24 hours, put your hand up. If you have ever used, put a finger down. If you have ever used autocorrect on your phone, put your finger down. Interesting. If you have ever used the voice to text feature, put a finger down. If you've ever seen a YouTube video that was recommended to you, put a finger down. If you've ever used ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini before, put your finger down. Some people's, all of their fingers are down already. If one of your fingers is still up, you must come down. That's mine. If you're a human being, put the last finger down. All right, so let's put our hands together for ourselves. We've come to a really important part of the event today. A lot of you received your certificates in class, but we're doing a grand style for 2026 cohorts where they'll be receiving their certificates here. And they have spent about 3 days in the classroom. And here's the final day where we are celebrating them for all of the efforts that they have created. It's indeed incredible. I would welcome Professor Uchenna Uzo to the stage, who would assist in presenting certificates to the graduating class of 2026. Professor Uchenna Uzo, we welcome you. And I would have Ayomide come up as well, reading the names. And yeah, I think so. And the project lead for YTP, Grace, who has done late 9 hours to ensure that you have an incredible experience today.
We're starting with Peace Ofere Matthew. Peace Ofere Matthew. Abdusalam Amina, please be ready. Abdusalam Amina. Agbeni Samuel, please be ready. Ojumola Paul Anu. Onubi Ojodomo Moses. Titilayo Aliu. Adam Shew. Tamara Dimaro. Blessed Kayode Folorenshaw. Oyetunde Oyedeji Oluwatimilẹ́yìn.
Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go up. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen.
Shokalu Favor.
Every hustler getting paid. Where the hustle go come to pay. Your own in no go take. Amen. If you don't find work, do your own. God self go do his own. And flesh go cover bone.
Jobson Christiana.
Amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. Amen. Amen.
Olajumoke Ewuraola.
You put your hand go up. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand
Blessing
go up.
Egbe.
Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Sister, where one man sees until where they fight begin. One day you go born twins. Amen. Amen.
Olusanya Olanrewaju Daniel.
Landlord come they do like God. One day you go be landlord. Amen. Amen. Good news go locate you. Watch and see it no go take.
Adebola Adeniyi.
Believe it, say amen. No. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go up. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go up. Your name go open doors.
Olajide Habib.
You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen.
Aminu Mohammed Bello. Nicholas Gima.
Strangers go favor you. Great men go honor you. Amen. Amen. One day you go sign the check. You self go drive that Benz.
Michael Olawale Adewumi.
Amen. Your children go make you proud. Bad people no go pull you down. One day you go run this town. Amen.
Taiwo Olayemi Onobajo.
Baby go call you honey. You self go host the party. Amen. Amen. Dangote go be your
Emmanuel Chidozie Inwigwe.
Adenuga go be your guy. Amen. Amen. Elubelu go be your guy. Abdusamad go be my guy. Rabbi, you go be my guy. Amen. Amen. Your life no go end in shame.
Okoli Adaora Precious.
If you believe it, say amen. 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 Amen.
Show me, Emmanuel. I am Tochukwu Stephen. Amayu Yusuf. Oga Ngozi, please get ready.
Everything you put your hand go walk. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go walk. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss.
Toluwalope Eunice Shobande.
Every hustler getting paid. Where the hustle go come to pay. Your own
Emmanuel Adeoluwa Ajala.
If you don't find work to your own, God said go to your own, and flesh go cover bone. Amen. Amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. Amen. Amen.
Grace Oluwaseun Ogunleye.
Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen.
Mahmoud Abdullahi Loke.
Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Sister, where one marry seats until where they fight begin. One day you go born twins. Amen. Amen. Tenant where don't lose.
Odiegu Onye Chidima.
Come they do like God. One day you go be landlord. Amen. Amen. Good news go locate you.
Christabel Okosu.
If you believe it, say amen. No. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go up. Your name go open doors. You said go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go up. Your name go open doors.
Umelzo Chukuzubelu Benedict.
Amen. Amen.
Ogunleye Ifeoluwa Oluwadara. Teresa Noma Ofo.
Long life go follow you. Strangers go favor you. Great men go honor you. Amen. Amen. One day you go sign the check. You self go drive that Benz.
Achugo Michael Chukwemeka.
Still make sense. Amen. Your children go make you proud.
Esther Adebusola Fashola.
One day you go run this town, oh. Amen, amen. You self go spray me money. Baby go call you honey. You self go host the party. Amen, amen. Dangote go be your friend. Otedola go be your friend. Adenuga go be your guy. Amen, amen. Elubelu go be your guy. Abdusamad go be my guy. Rabbi, you go be my guy.
Uchechukwu.
Amen.
Okay.
Your life no go end in shame.
Uchechukwu.
Your business go bring you gain. If you believe it, say amen. Amen.
Samuel Oluwasegun Okikiola. Fatoye Olanrewaju Timothy.
Everything you put your hand go walk. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand
Ezeja
go walk.
Amobi
Your name
Collington.
go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Every hustler getting paid. Where the hustle go come to pay.
Jidowu Solomon Odebisi.
Amen. If you didn't find work, do your own. God self go do his own. And flesh go cover bone. Amen.
Are you Fatoye?
If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. Amen. Amen.
Nwosu Vivian Chisom.
Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go up. Your name go open
Oyewale Titilayo
You self
Akonfe.
go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Sister where one marry seeds until where they fight begin. One day you go born twins. Amen. Amen. Tenant where don't losing job. Landlord come they do like God. One day you go be landlord. Amen. Amen. Good news go locate you.
Olubaye Adeiza Praise.
If you believe it, say amen. No. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go up. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go up. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's put our hands together for yourselves.
Strangers go favor you. Great men go honor you. Amen. Amen.
Wonderful. And congratulations to the class of 2026. I thought you were going to scream about that. There's one powerful poem that really, really reminds me at the time I feel demotivated or down. And it's a poem by Marianne Williamson. Such powerful. She ran for president, the United States president. Didn't win, but did run. And it's that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is not our weaknesses that define us. It's our strengths. 1 minute while I just search for that quickly. So I'd like to read it to the graduating class of 2026. And it says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's not our light that frightens us. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that others do not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. It is not in some of us, it's in every one of us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people the permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others as well. And I think that's such a powerful poem that reminds us really that our fear is that we have to do big things, not that we are too small to do big things, but we are great enough to do big things. And that is the fear that should drive you to doing great things in the world. And to the graduating class of 2026, I want you to stay hungry and stay foolish, like Steve Jobs would always say. All right, as we move to the end of the event, I would just call on 5 random people, and you will give me a word that is your vision for the next 10 years for YTP. So just 5 people saying 5 words that define the next 10 years. Someone from 2025, let's have you. 2025, one person. Awesome. Yes, I'll need a microphone. I'll need a microphone, please. 2025. Okay. 2024, kindly stand up as well. One person from 2024, one person from 2023, one person from 2022, one person from 2021. So the mic can go quickly. So please, let's already stand up. Thank you.
Connect.
It's all right. So just scribble it so we can hear.
Connect.
Thank you. Say it's connect. So it's imploring us to connect with each other, ensure that this community remains alive. 2024. One person. (2024) Favor, awesome. So she's saying for the next 10 years, we're guided by favor. Sorry. I told you I'm Yoruba, please. What is it? I didn't hear it. I can't pronounce it, don't worry. Let's move to 2020. Okay, let's move to 2023. 2023. Next, thank you. You will not embarrass me here. 2022. Gratitude, I can pronounce that one. Thank you. 2021. Impact, awesome. Thank you. And then 2019. One person from 2019. Service, awesome. We should ensure that we're guided by spirit of service. We are responsible leaders, responsible people, ready to make a difference in the world. So what a remarkable time it has been. I've had such a fantastic time with you all, being your compere for today. And it's been an exciting ride. A lot of you did not laugh at me, and I'm proud of that. Thank you so much for the time we've spent together. We would be having the cake cutting downstairs, out at the foyer. So we would do that at the foyer, and then some networking and cocktail as well. But before that, we have the vote of thanks delivered by Grace Oyetola, the project lead for YTP 2026.
Wow. So good to see everyone's face again. My name is Grace, like you mentioned, and I'm so happy to handle this. When I saw my colleagues from 2023, I was so excited. I saw Azan first, Azan Yusuf. I saw them waving at me over there. I remember when I walked in, first time in Lagos Business School. Some of us have the same experience, right? So I would like to ask us to rise up. Professor Uzo is going to sit down, and we are going to say thank you to him. Are you going to do that with me, please? So can we do that? Prof, please, we want you to sit. You hold it, sir. For 11 years, we've been doing this wonderful work, right? So 1, 2, go. We are going to say thank you, Professor Uchenna Uzo. Are we ready? 1, 2, go. That's quite low. I want it more. We're going the second time. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Can we do it again with more energy? I want the energy in the house. Prof needs to see that we are really grateful. Am I correct? So 1, 2, go. Thank you, Professor Uchenna Uzo. Professor Uchenna. Thank you very much. We love you. I love that part. All right. Thank you so much. You can please be seated. All right, as we bring this event to a close, I want to appreciate everyone that worked behind the scene. I'm not a one-man mopo. I work with a lot of people. I can see Matthew's thumbs up over there. I remember 2025, right? Thank you so much. So I have quite a number of alums that joined us to plan this. Then I want to say thank you to you, all the volunteers, my committee members, from the present 2026 YTP, and also everyone that worked behind the scenes to make this happen. I can't say thank you enough to Bolanle, thank you enough to Gideon, that made sure everything is working well for the anniversary, while I focus on the 2026 cohort people. So we can have our picture over there. You can see all those people, right? They're amazing people. Also, we have community. We have emails that has been sent to us severally. I would like us to collaborate, move forward, do well together. Please, let's join the community. Well, we have a lot of talent out there. We also want people to come into YTP. So thank you to everyone. Thanks to Professor Uchenna Uzo. Our sincere appreciation goes to all our facilitators over the years, our speakers, our sponsors. They might not be here with us today, but we really thank them for making this happen. YTP is not free. Someone sponsored you, right? And to everyone that gave to YTP this year, I want to say thank you. So all the alums that sent us 50K, 250K, 100K, can you please clap for yourself? We made this happen, and we are really grateful. Thank you so much. So as we go back home, please don't forget to click on the link that has been shared with us. And let's share some link with us. Let's join the group chat so we can continue the engagement. We'd like to have this in 20 years. Would you be here? Don't worry, you can fly down from Toronto, from California. Hey, am I correct? Awesome. So now we are going to be moving downstairs for our cocktail. Thank you once again for coming.
Let's put our hands together for Grace and the team for the hard work that went behind planning for YTP 2026. So as we end, I would just want us to give ourselves a round of applause. We're going to do 3 things. The second is we're going to take a selfie together. So you can remain seated. I'll be the one taking the selfie, okay? Then you scream YTP 2026. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, go. Awesome. And then, okay, I think I'm going to add one more thing to it. Clap for me. It's not loud enough. It's not loud enough, and I'm not going to release you until I'm proud of the clap. All right, thank you so much. And as we step out of the hall, I want us to do this with protocol. So let's start with 2015. You stand up, and then we keep clapping until 2026. 2015, you can stand up and then move to the foyer. Let's keep clapping, let's keep clapping. 2016. No, you're exiting to the foyer. 2016, keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping. 2017, please rise and keep clapping. 2018, Keep clapping, keep clapping. 2019. (2021). 2022. 2023. 2024. 2025. And the claps should get louder. 2026. The quarter of 2026, you have pictures with Professor Uchenna Uzo downstairs as well. So please rise and then exit the venue. Thank you so much, and it's been my pleasure serving as your MC today. Thank you.
On to the next. Oh my baby now, on to the next. She fuck with the best. Oh my baby girl.